expenses for the WACS board to the tune of about $200,000. So in all so if you put it in perspective, they're a major sponsor to WACS. And John, I want you to take the message back to the members and tell them how much we appreciate their support. And we probably see you at the convention, but I think your support has been very instrumental in the progress that we've been able to make. And I would like to present you with a small token of our appreciation. And you want to really appreciate it. Come on.
Thank you very much. Supporting WACS for the American Culinary Federation is a very easy decision. And one great thing about what we've done is that Chef Leonard was the president and I took over halfway through the commitment. And we kept the continuity going and kept the support for WACS. I can assure you all that we will continue to support WACS. And I talked with Chef Leonard today just to say to our friends in China, we will give them $5,000 from our disaster relief fund to help them. And for my 21,000 plus members, it's an honor to represent them because they're the greatest people in the world. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Do we have Toshi here? Yes, indeed. You know, I remember, I think it was in 1976 at the Culinary Olympics, or 72. Japan came in for the first time. It has never been done before that a team comes in for the first time and wins the grand prize. And Japan did it. And they did it with incredible. How many of you were at the, well, that's a good question. How many of you were at the 72 Culinary Olympics? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes, of course. 7 people in this, 8. You were probably the chairman of the judges. And you remember Japan, don't you, Gerhard? And they came in and they delivered an incredible display of salt dough carvings that accompanied their cold buffet and really helped to revolutionize the way we looked at things. Namely that, yes, you can have a centerpiece on a buffet platter, and if it's done perfectly, it's just the right thing to go. So he is following a incredibly rich tradition, a tradition that has helped shape culinary arts the way we know it today. And I really like to recognize that effort and present Toshi with one of the special medals for all that he and his countries have done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Bravo.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah.
For those of you who are not aware, in Japan, in order to be a member of the Japanese Culinary Association, you have to prove your ability to create continental cuisine. So it's not just Japanese cuisine, but continental cuisine also. So they're very, very strict in all of their things which come into their membership. Some of the finest French restaurants in the world are in Japan.
We are now moving into the category, and I'm trying to coordinate this whole thing with the what's happening next door, namely with the global chef, so that at the very end we have the first ever, the inaugural celebration of recognizing the top chef in the world. So we are. You need to hang in there with us, and there's plenty of time. No use to rush and no need to rush. But now we are going to go into some of the major awards that the World Federation is giving to deserving individuals. And it's only appropriate that Billy Gallagher is focusing on the element that is very close to him, namely that of the Honorary President's Humanitarian Award.
Thank you, Ferdinand. As we've sadly seen over the past few days, we are continually hit with disasters, be it the tsunami, cyclone, hurricane, earthquakes, volcanoes, things that are normally very unpredictable and sadly have devastating consequences. The World Association of Chefs Societies recognizes that chefs are caring individuals, and also recognizes that many of you do outstanding work in your own region and in your own countries. And this award really is to stimulate and reward those countries that go the extra mile and do that little bit extra for their fellow human beings. When you use the word Katrina, we all know the devastation it caused, the tremendous loss of life, and the unbelievable hardship that followed. We would like to present the Honorary President's Humanitarian Award to an association that got behind the disaster relief, and their members and their regional boards made every effort they could to help the people that were most affected. And I'd like to call upon Mr. John Kinsella to accept the award on behalf of the American Culinary Federation for their work, their tremendous work in New Orleans. John. May I call upon Rochelle? Is Rochelle here? Okay, 1 second.
And
I'd like to call on Rochelle Schatzel from Nando's, who is going to present the award. They are the sponsors of this award and are well known for their charity work also. Thank you.
When Katrina hit us, first of all, Ferdinand called me and WACS sent us money, a terrific donation straight away. Within 72 hours, our regional vice president, a member of Unilever, organized $2 million worth of aid and relief to the people in Katrina. Another member, Chef John Foles, shut down half his manufacturing plant and fed 10,000 people 3 meals a day and actually distributed all over New Orleans. Chef Paul Prudhomme opened his plant and did the same thing. It's wonderful when you have that type of support, and it's very easy as a president to talk to people and say, I need this, I need this. And it's funny, John said, this is a funny story, a truck backed up to his place one day and the guy says, I'm supposed to deliver this to you. And he says, okay. And he says, just sign for it. And John says, but this is not here for us. He said, you just need to deliver it somewhere else. No, I'm leaving it here. So he unloaded the 18-wheeler, off he went. And there was nearly, I believe, 25,000 pounds of product in that truck. And John says he's still trying to find out where it was going to be delivered. But the people in New Orleans got everything in that truck and thousands of dollars every